Let me show you some useful features when using dashboards in Veezoo. So when I open up my own Veezoo, I get this nice overview dashboard that a coworker created. I like to customize it a little bit to better fit my own personal needs. But right now I can't edit it since it's a shared board. But I can create a copy by clicking on Save as Copy. So let's call it Overview Customers. And now it'll show up over here. And when I click on it, well, of course it still looks like the old board, but I get now the option to edit it by clicking here on Edit Board. And for example, right now I'm not interested in this, so I can kick that out. Let's save the changes. And now I want to add something here. I can do this by asking in the chat. So for example, I can ask for number of customers per cancellation risk category. And whenever Veezoo answers, we get this button down here, Add to Board. By clicking on it, I can add this answer to one of my boards. So I'll add it to the overview of customers. And if I click on this again, I will get the updated version. I can now edit it by clicking on Edit Board. And for example, I could change the size of this, but let's not do that right now. I can change the name and let's just call it cancellation risk instead. Let's save the changes. And by now clicking here on these three dots, I can click on Show when opening Veezoo. And now this board is set as the default. So if I refresh, I'll see this newly created board. Another very powerful feature of Veezoo is follow-up questions. So by clicking here on follow-up, I can further specify what all of these widgets are displaying. So right now, these are all about all our customers, but I could specify and say customers with general agency Zurich and age greater than 50, for example. And now Veezoo will update all these stats above according to these new specifications. And now we get the updated numbers, and we can see if we compare it with above. We used to have 160,000 customers. Now with these specifications, we're down to 7,000. And of course, when we're talking about General Agency Zurich, well, then most of the customers are concentrated here in the Zurich area. We can further break this down. So for example, I could let's say break it down by segment. And here we see the numbers broken down. And we can see how many contracts we have with a private cancellation, normal risk, or how many company contracts we have with normal cancellation risk. We can see here how the visualization has changed. And this is of course due to the fact that now we're displaying 2 facts per canton. And once again, Zurich is of course dominating. We can expand this and zoom in if we want to have a closer view at this here. And we can see, even though these are other cantons, we still have quite some customers there. So now if we go back, we get the overview. And if we want to, we can save this as a new board. And that's it.